Today we're speedrunning through some more Where's My Water, but this time instead of doing the Swampy levels, we're going to be doing the Allie levels. Now we're going to start with the first world warming up, and of course we can start our timer as soon as we click one right there. We can see a little bit of a cutscene, but we're just not going to watch it. And now we have Allie, and basically for all these Allie levels, she needs Steam so she can play her piano. I'm not really sure why she needs Steam for this, but whatever. We're going to get her Steam so she can play her piano and do a recital. Instead of normal Where's My Water where you're trying to get water somewhere, now you're trying to get Steam somewhere, and that offers a lot of new possibilities because with the Steam it goes up instead of down, so you know, I mean, you can see what's happening. I don't even know why I'm trying to explain it. And now we have this one level where basically we have one thing go and turn that switch. We can get the Steam to go this way. We could try to get all these rubber duckies, but we're not really trying to 100% the game, and that's a lot more work. So instead, I'm just gonna be happy with what I have. Hooray. It makes the puzzles a lot easier when you're just not having to get the ducks, and I mean, that works for me because I am trying to speedrun. So there we go, Allie. Have your Steam. We're just not gonna worry about any rubber duckies you may or may not be missing. I mean, to be fair, she doesn't really need the rubber duckies given she's not even taking a bath. She's just playing the piano, so I don't really think it's important. I'm sure she'll be fine with what we're giving her. Otherwise, I don't really care. You're already getting a free piano lesson. I did not have to do this. And now we have an interesting mechanic where basically you can turn Steam into water using ice, and then of course turn the water back into Steam using the fire. So you can use both of these mechanics together to just completely do this thing, and yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. The Steam is kind of just very slowly going over to Allie. It'll get there eventually. There we go. That's what we need for her. And now we have swimming holes, which of course is another one of these levels where we could be doing a lot of stuff and it could be pretty difficult, but instead I'm just gonna go straight to the source. I don't care about these rubber duckies. They're way too much work. I just want to be done with this level. Yeah, puzzles are very nice when you just don't try to actually do them. Just like for this puzzle where we literally do nothing. For some reason, I don't think I'm playing the game the way Disney wants people to play it. I'm just not really gonna worry about that because I'm playing it my way, I guess. And now we have these fans, which you saw a little bit in the last level. Basically, the fans will push water or smoke or anything and then have it go in a different direction. So we can use it in levels like this where we have two different fans going in opposite directions, getting to Allie, and she's gonna be happy. And now we have this level, which is a very annoying level sometimes, but basically we have to get that water down there to turn on the fans, get those fans to go up, and we have to make sure that the water does not get in the pipe, because if the water gets in the pipe, the level is basically ruined, so we can't have that. So I had to be a little bit slower than I wanted to, but we did get it done in the end. And now we have this precipitation level, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn that into smoke and then get some water to move over that, and then finally we can get the rest of the water to come back here and use their fire, smoke, I don't know what's going on, but it's getting to the end. That's all that really matters. She's able to play her piano again, which again, it's just playing without her pressing the keys. I don't think that's how pianos are supposed to work, but I guess we just shouldn't worry about it. Anyway, now we have this one where we're basically going to turn the smoke into water, turn the water into smoke. You know, you already know what's happening. I don't really have to explain too much about this. Hooray, she can dance. Yeah, go play your piano. Hooray. And now in this level, what we're going to do is we're just going to have the water go straight down to those two things. It's going to turn on the fans. We can use some smoke, and yeah, we're done. Literally not getting these duckies just makes this game so much easier, and it feels kind of wrong. It feels like this is not what I should be doing, but I'm gonna keep doing it anyway. I don't really care one way or the other. If I can finish the game a little bit faster, I'm just gonna take it. You know, we can get Allie to play her piano, practice for a recital. That's important stuff. And now we have ski slope. Okay, and this one's an interesting one because you just kind of go up, down. I don't even know if I can call this one an interesting one. It's just kind of how physics work. The smoke does sometimes take a little longer than it should. It looks like we got a good stream of smoke in this one though, so she should be able to get all her stuff pretty quickly. Also, I know a lot of people in the comments are going to get mad at me for calling this like smoke and all these different names other than steam, but I also just don't really care. All right, I'm trying my best. So for this one, we have to carve out a path for Allie, and you have to be kind of careful because if you cause any of this stuff to become water, it will destroy the level and make you lose it, so I don't really want that to happen. So we had to carve out our path pretty specifically just to make sure that didn't happen, and there we go. That is going to be another level done. And here is switching sides where basically we start out here. We're going to send some smoke up there to move that over. Please, smoke, can you please get in the thing? This is so annoying. Okay, that took way too long, but now we can send some water over there, get it into that blue pipe, send the water over here as well to get in the red thing, and then finally we can send the rest of this smoke to then become water and then become smoke again and finally get to Allie. And I'm getting confused confused even trying to explain this. I don't really know what's going on, but oh, I know she's happy, so that's a good thing. We can call that a win in my books, and that's all I'm gonna worry about, I guess. And now we have the floodgates, which is a pretty cool one. Basically, we're gonna have all this smoke go up. It's going to go into all of its respective pipes that it needs to go to, so we're blowing wind, all that kind of stuff. We can prepare this to go right here, and we're kind of just gonna wait for a second for most of this water to accumulate because we want it to turn into smoke so the water doesn't completely destroy our level. But then finally we can send all the smoke off to Allie. And then is that not enough, Allie? I think my game just broke. I'm just gonna try that again, I guess. I literally think my game just broke because that should not have happened, and I'm actually kind of mad because we had a really good run going for us. I'm gonna continue because it has been a really good run so far, but that is really not something that is cool. And then I messed it up the second time. Okay, my mind is completely all over the place. I just have to focus on completing this level, and we can still get a pretty good time if I'm just smart about it. I just have to make sure this goes in the way that I want it to go, and it's really not that difficult. I just don't know what happened that first time. Yeah, that kind of just ruined everything else for me, but there we go. We probably have enough smoke, and that time the level should actually get completed. Hooray. And now we have this level, which is called Wait For It, where we kind of have to wait for it. It's gonna get there eventually. We basically have this very slow moving conveyor belt that is moving very slow. Okay, there we go. And now we can have the smoke get through. That might have taken a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but whatever. Allie is happy. That's all that matters. And there we go. That is actually the last level. I didn't realize that at first, but we made it, and we did it in 8 minutes and 45 seconds. Probably a little faster, but I didn't realize that was the last level because I forgot. But of course, only one Where's My Water world just isn't enough. So we're also going to be speedrunning through the second world, tuning in, and we're going to be starting the speedrun again as soon as we click run right here. And then you'll see we get another short little cutscene, but I don't really care about that. And now we're going to be turning this toxic waste into steam and then giving it to her. I feel like this is not good for her pores, but for some reason, this is what we're doing now. Like, I really feel like even if it gets turned into steam, this is probably like really bad for you, and you definitely shouldn't be having it, but it's what we're doing for Allie. And I guess, you know, I'm just not gonna ask questions because that's life, you know. Get over it, Allie. You wanted your steam. It doesn't matter how you got your steam. You still got the steam at the end of the day. I guess I feel so bad for her. Like, I don't know. It just feels really weird to turn this toxic waste into steam. I feel like it's not necessarily healthy, but I guess what are you supposed to do? Like, does this just get rid of all the toxicity parts of it? Or is she just getting that sprayed directly into her face? I'm not really sure which one. But you know, I just can't be worrying about that, I guess, because instead what I have to be worrying about is getting it to her as fast as possible. Now we can do this little one where we're going to be getting this steam up there to get through this red part, and yeah, then it just kind of all goes up. I also just called it red part when it's more of like a red conveyor. I don't know. I never know words. If you've been on the EazySpeezy channel for a while, you know that I just kind of don't know words sometimes, and I'll just make them up, and I guess that's my thing, but we're just not going to worry about it because I just try to go fast. And to go fast, you kind of have to get rid of every other part of your brain except for the part that is making you go fast, and that's just what I'm doing. Or at least that's the excuse that I'm gonna go with, and you're just gonna have to accept it. So now we have mashup, and I actually really like this one. So what it does is we get all this water, turn it into toxic waste, and then we can mash it up to turn all that water into toxic waste and then get rid of all that green stuff. This one's really cool because you can just kind of mash this up, as the title implies, to get all of that waste to like kind of catapult its way all the way over there. I just like it because I like things doing cool motion. I'm a simple man. Okay, and now we have clear the way, which for this one, first what we want to do is get this little red part to go and get its smoke so we can get all that kind of stuff up there. And then we want to clear the way so we can get the rest of the smoke to go up. Now to do this, we're only going to use one of these paths because the other paths are just like slightly slower and I just don't really care about them. But we can keep putting water into the toxic waste so the toxic waste multiplies, and then keep putting that down, getting it in the fire, and finally getting it to our girl Allie. I mean, to be fair, she hasn't died yet. Even if this is hurting her, I guess it's not hurting her that much. So I guess there's nothing to worry about, right? Yeah, you just keep enjoying this, Allie. I really hope there are no side effects in the next 20 years, but I mean, I guess I won't know you by then, so it'll be okay. To be fair, she is an alligator, so she can probably handle it. I'm probably worrying for nothing. I mean, it's just a little bit of toxic waste to an alligator. What's that really going to do in the grand scheme of things? I just don't think if I was someone who is trying to use a source of water, I'd be okay with my water company literally giving me smoke that is made out of something that is purple. I just feel like that really isn't good for you, but I also think that I'm getting way too stuck up on this point when I should be worrying more about the puzzles and more about just going fast. So let's see, what do we have to do next? Okay, we're on keep your guard up and down. So what we're going to do is we're going to let that slide out. We're kind of going to let all of that go out there, move all that stuff down, and just kind of clear a path for all this stuff to go. Finally, it will go right there, so the smoke goes up. And what we can do is once we get enough smoke, we're going to clear this path and then finally get all the smoke to go up to the pipe and finish this out. Yeah, that was a very long process, and it's probably way longer than it needed to be, but hopefully this is going to be enough smoke. I didn't clear the greatest path in the world, but it looks like it's going to be just enough. Please just finish the level. There you go. Now you can play your piano. Or I guess it's not really playing your piano because it already plays itself, as we've already talked about. We're just not going to worry about our magic piano that works that way, because instead we're going to worry about this level where we literally have to do nothing because we're not getting any of the ducks. Hooray, I miss these levels. Doing nothing is my favorite thing to do for any level ever, and I will always take it. It's just way too awesome. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use all this toxic waste, get it to go up there, get rid of all that green stuff, and then we can get the water to go down here because the toxic waste is going to hit one of those levers, so we can actually get the water over there and finally finish it out with getting all the smoke to her, and she's going to be dancing again. She really does love dancing, and I mean, I'm happy for her. She does seem like she's having a good time. I guess she just really loves playing the piano, and cool. For this one, of course, we have all these vines, and if the water touches them, obviously they will grow. So what we have to do is kind of carve out a specific path for all of this stuff to go through, and it's not really the hardest one in the world. It is nice that the smoke doesn't affect the vines at all and just kind of goes through them, and then we can finally get it to her. I mean, I also do wonder if the vines might also be kind of toxic and it might also be hurting her, but I guess that's not really my problem. I'm not going to worry about it. Honestly, I worry about these alligators way too much. I probably worry about them more than they worry about themselves. Like, I'm trying to look out for them, be a good person, make sure they're not inhaling dangerous chemicals, but oh no, I'm going back on this topic. I said I was going to stop, but I just can't stop thinking about it. But you know something that's cool that will distract me? This hydraulic lift, which very, very slowly goes up. So we can kind of carve out this entire path for all of our smoke to go. We can turn that into toxic waste so that the water can make it past this green stuff. And yeah, now we're just kind of sitting here and waiting. It's almost there. You see it? There we go. Finally, she was able to get her stuff, even if it took a slight bit longer than it may have should have. And now we have this track and field one, which is one that I really like, which I say that about like every single one of these. But this one's cool because what we do is just that, and then it's over and we win. I really like easy stuff. Hooray. What is the reasoning that I put for liking some of these levels? I don't even really understand myself. I kind of just have it and then it works out. But for this one, now we got another cool one where basically we can use these protectors to get all the smoke to go here and not get pushed away by this wind. So it's kind of a cool one where we're just going to constantly be going up, getting some more smoke so it can get turned into water, and then back into smoke, and finally getting to Allie. And then we have this one, which what we can do is we can start doing a couple of paths. First, we want to lift that red one. Then we want to go to this green one, get that one to lift up as well if it actually wants to. Please, game, just get in there. Come on. Okay, well, I somehow messed up that path too badly and just destroyed everything, I guess. So I'm just going to do that one more time and not have that happen this time, hopefully. We can do that right there, get that whole path open, and then all of the toxic waste is going to destroy all this green stuff. It's just going to go through slowly but surely. And then finally, we can send our water to go into the fire and make smoke right there, and it should be a perfect thing. And this one isn't even completely toxic. It's just like mostly toxic, so I'm sure she'll be okay, probably. And now we have growing garden, which this is one that I really like. Basically, we turn all of this into smoke, and then it gets frozen, so it hits all of the green stuff and makes it grow. And then what we can do is get some more smoke to push that and then get that shot out of the cannon, but that part is blocking the red. How did that not work? I'm pretty sure I just got really unlucky there, but I guess we're just not gonna worry about that. Hurts, but it's okay. We're just gonna wait a second longer this time, I guess. Like, I've done it sooner than that before, but for some reason it just didn't feel like working that time. But there we go. go. We can get all that stuff to go right there, get the smoke to go over to our girl Allie, and she's gonna be nice and happy. Yep, it will get there eventually. It's just kind of slowly but surely. There you go, Allie. Now you're happy. And then we have tic-tac-toe, which I think this one is the last level, but I'm not completely sure about, but I'm pretty sure. So basically what we have to do is just kind of have a good path that gets over there, and then we win. We kind of just sit here for now. Oh, we also have to carve out that part too, but there we go. Now we're just gonna win. We just have to get all this smoke to go up there, and eventually it will. Yep, just kind of on the waiting grind. It'll get there eventually, Allie. You got this. There you go. Now you can dance. And I think that one's the last one, but I'm also not completely sure, so I'm just gonna... There we go. Okay, it was sub 11, and that is going to be the second world of Where's My Water Allie edition. Which, hey, even though there were minor mistakes and the game just not working the way I wanted it to, that's still a pretty good time, and I'm pretty happy with it. And if we look on speedrun.com, we'll see that we got a comfortable third place on warming up, which, hey, it's not last, so I'm gonna take it. And then on tuning in, because we're the only person that ever did a level, that means that that is world record. Hooray for me, I guess. Oh, what a beautiful thing. But I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm, and I'd really appreciate it. Also, check out my other videos. I do a lot of speedrunning type content on this channel, so if you're interested in that, check it out and maybe subscribe. But enough shilling. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you next time.